scoreboard, the Drexel Bobcats. And the home team on the scoreboard, the Miami Eagles.
There's room for me.
All right, let's meet tonight's starting lineup, starting with the Bobcats. First up, we have a senior, number 2, Dylan Hillinger. A junior, number 5, Mike.
All right, welcome back. Whew, had to catch my breath after that one, Coach.
That was a good one.
Good one to start us off. Now the third place boys game and a couple of championship games set to go. Starting lineups for both sides. For Drexel, they're going to be in their away black unis today. It will be Boyer, Mitchell, Coffey, Munter, and Fillinger. For Miami, it'll be Wilcutt, West, Tidman, Harriman, and Downs. Those will be the starters for both sides. Eagles in their home white tops, white bottoms, black numbers, green lettering, green trim, and the green Eagle wings on the shorts. Drexel, black tops, black bottoms, gold numbers, gold letters as we are set to do battle. And about 10, 15 miles separate these two schools. A lot of people probably don't know. A little bit of a rivalry there. They actually co-op for football.
Yeah, so it was kind of interesting when they took the floor to do their warm-ups. A few of those guys were high-fiving each other and kind of hugging each other like, you know, they just finished the football season not too long ago in a state championship, and now these guys are playing against each other on the basketball court. So, interesting.
That co-op that Misha does is interesting at times. You know, one of the ones that I always thought was really kind of strange is, well, Leeton and Chilhowie did it for 8-man football for a while. They're rivals. Montrose and Appleton City do it, and they were rivals forever. So kind of crazy to see rivals becoming teammates. And right off the bat, they're going to feed Mitchell, and they're going to feed him all night long right there. 2-0 the score as Mitchell opens the scoring for us. Back the other way they go with it. Tidman with it off for Wilcutt, and he has a travel, and the turnover goes back to Drexel. 7.5 to go here in quarter number 1. Boyer across the timeline, dribbles over to the wing, goes into the corner for Coffey. Coffey gets a pick from Mitchell, tried to roll off of it. Jump ball as Wilcutt gets his hands in there. A little bit of a 1-2-2 press show. They get it ahead to Wilcutt, and then a reach-in foul on Fillinger. And it'll be Miami ball on the near side here. Throw it in. That was Harriman throwing it in to West. West going to set up his offense since 7:10 to go here, first quarter. Have the ball. Harriman off for Wilcutt. Underneath they go with it. Bring it back the other way. Boyer across the timeline with 6:50 to go here in 3 ball on the way. Fillinger, no, a little bit long. Rebound goes to Mitchell. He kicks it out to Munter. Munter dribbles in. Now to Coffey. Coffey's got it in the corner on the right side. Dribbles back to the right corner, to the right wing now for Boyer. Boyer back between the circles. 6.5 to go here, first quarter of play. Off to the left side wing with it. Inside to Mitchell. Off for Coffey. And Coffey going to get foul call on, I believe they called that on West.
Yes, they did.
So West called for the foul there. Still 2-0, only bucket of the game, Mitchell. And a 5-second call as Boyer cannot get the ball in, so good defense by Miami. All up the floor here. Across the timeline, have it on the wing. Skip it over. Little drive now back over on the wing. Back between the circles. Off for Harriman. He's going to dribble drive. Put it up. No. Downs can't get it to go. Rebound in there, bounces around, and Coffee going to come out of there with it. Gives it to Boyer. 5:50 to go here in the first quarter. Go free throw line for Coffee, cut off by West. Now stripped by West, and West's going to push it back the other way. Little Euro step, no, but he'll go to the line for a pair. So 2-0 the score.
Second foul on Fillinger. He's got too early. 5.5 to go first quarter. And he's kind of their three-point threat for the Bobcats.
And glance down to see who some of the officials were, and you probably know this gentleman right here in front of us. That is Matt Perry, the head coach of the William Chrisman Bears down there refereeing. I just happened to glance down and see him. Many people may not know Matt now because he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin because he lifts all the time. I give him a hard time about that a couple times I've seen him. Back between the circles. Now handoff for Harriman. Get my head straight here. They get a Mitchell. Mitchell goes inside. He's cut off, and he's going to go to the line. I think they're going to call Harriman on the foul there. I get to see Coach Perry a little more often these days. My son plays, my oldest, Chase, plays for William Chrisman, was a sophomore this year, so I've definitely got to see Coach Perry a few times. Free throw is good by Mitchell. Makes it 3-0. Make it 4-0 as Mitchell knocks them both down. Back the other way we go. Head they go with it. A little good dish right there to Tidman. Cannot connect, and it's going to go back the other way. Mitchell going to run the press. Now to get it knocked away from him by Wilcutt. And back the other way we go with it. Harriman inside to Wilcutt, knocked away, picked up, and that'll be Gunnels the other way. So A.J. Gunnels was able to pull out the loose ball. Back across the timeline they go. Between the circles is Boyer. And dribble over on the wing, top of the key between the circles for Mitchell. Now off to Gunnels. Now to Boyer. Into the corner, three-ball Munter, good. As Coach Hanna talked about the three-point specialist being somebody else, they knocked down a three. Now a give and go to, I believe that was Downs.
It was Downs on the back cut.
So now there's a steal. Glass and good. So now 7-4, 4 quick points. Get it off on the wing for Coffee. Coffee now going to have to get rid of it. Skips it all the way over to Munter in the corner. On the left side, spin move Munter, no good. Rebound by West. Head to Downs. Downs off, now spinning outside. Three ball, Tidman, no. Rebound Harriman, good. And it's 7-6. Now 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and it's a 7-6 ball game. Gets it off to Coffee. He's going to dribble drive underneath for Mitchell. Mitchell steps back, no. Rebound back the other way. West has got it all the way to the rack and gets it to go. And it's 8-7 Miami. First lead change of the ball game. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Church & Dwight is one of the world leaders in household and personal care products, and we want you to join our team in Harrisonville. You'll get the chance to work with winning brands that consumers love. We offer starting salaries ranging from $20.50 to $39 per hour, depending on experience. A signing bonus of $2,500, comprehensive benefits, paid time off, and every other weekend is a 3-day weekend. To apply, go to churchdwight.com and click on Careers.
All right, 2.5 to go here in this first quarter of play. 7-0 run to start it. Now an 8-0 run by Miami, and they've got the first lead for them in this ball game. So 2:30 to go, 8-7 the score.
Yeah, this has been a game of runs. I mean, obviously, Miami got off to the slow start. Now they've picked up the defensive intensity a little bit, and now Drexel struggling to get things going offensively, and Miami with an 8-7 lead.
So Dusenberry checking in here is a very good player for Miami, but he broke his foot and had been out and hasn't got back to much full contact activity. There's another bucket, and all of a sudden it's 10-7 Miami. And you can just tell he's not full speed yet.
He's a big old cat, I can tell you that. His presence on the floor itself will certainly help the Eagles.
Now a steal by Gunnels, puts it up, no good. Blocked away by Dusenberry. Gonna go back the other way. Now back between the circles. Now there's a double dribble, and it goes back the other way. .125 to go here, first quarter, 10-7 Miami with the lead. Strength of a 10-0 run by them after starting down 7. Boyer has it out front. Between the circles, get it over on the wing. Now inside they go, blocked away by Harriman. And West going to bring it up with a 3-point lead and a minute to go here in this first quarter. Wilcutt goes to the line as he is fouled.
First time we really mentioned his name here in close to the end of the first quarter, and he was such a big part of their game the other night. So they got him trying to get him involved, and now you go to the free throw line.
And the first one is good. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Make it 11-7. They built a 4-point lead now. And one more to go here. Goes through his routine here. And rattles that one home. So 2-2 there. Makes it 12-7. With 45 seconds to go here in the quarter. Mitchell's got it way outside, goes into the corner for Munter. Munter looking for a cutter, kicked out of bounds by West. They'll stay with Drexel here. Boyer to get it in, gets it in Gunnels, but poked away by West. Now we'll have it in the corner here. Boyer looking in from the corner. Gets it on a cut to Munter. Good ball movement there by Drexel. Just cannot capitalize as a miss by Coffey. And it goes back the other way. Between the circles, over on the wing. Dribble drive by Harriman. Drops it to West. Little reverse layup, no. Wilcutt, no. Gets him off the feet and one. Heads up play right there by Wilcutt. He pump faked twice, finally got Mitchell off his feet and was able to get an and one opportunity. Goes through his routine at the line. It is up. It is good. Make it 15-7. Wilcutt, such a headsy IQ basketball player, smart player.
Yeah, that was exactly. He got the first one away. Then he knew that if he ball faked it on the second one, Mitchell would leave his feet. He did. He drew the foul. And now the Bobcats don't get one, don't get a shot off to end the third quarter, or first quarter, I should say.
And it's a 15-0 run by Miami to open it up 15-7 after one. We'll be back after this.
No matter the time of day, we could all use a Route 44 from Sonic. Good news, if you order in the Sonic app, you get happy hour all day. That means drinks are half price anytime on the Sonic app. Don't worry, it's still traditional happy hour from 2 to 4 every day at the Sonic of Harrisonville. So if you need to refuel with a drink, or maybe you need a snack, come see the gang at Sonic and fuel up.
The Mayfield family are proud supporters of Drexel Athletics and Coach Gordon, Coach Roach, and the Bobcat and Lady Bobcat basketball teams. Good luck during this week's William D. Gordon Holiday Tournament. Bring home those trophies. Go Bobcats. All right, welcome back. 15-7 after one. A 7-0 run, Coach, to start it off for Drexel. And then 15 unanswered from Miami to end it.
Yeah, we started this. I didn't know if Miami was going to put any points on the board, and they end up in the last 5 minutes of that quarter scoring all 15 and taking an 8-point lead into the second quarter.
You know what's crazy to me is watching these two teams play and watching everybody play over the last couple of days when they're not playing Metro or KC East Christian. It's just really good basketball, and it just shows you how much more. And Dusenberry with the steal on the little block there. Back the other way they go. Has it outside. A little give and go to Wilcutt. Puts it off the glass and good for two. And it's 17-7. Back the other way they go.
And if I'm not wrong, I think he's got the last 7 for the Eagles.
I've got him down with 7, and I think you are right. He had those 2 free throws, really kind of sparked himself. And then he had the and one and then that 2 there. They go inside to Mitchell. He puts it up and in for 2. They need to do more of that here, Drexel.
Yeah.
17-9. I mean, that is a mismatch size-wise inside, and you can exploit that mismatch. Kick it out. Dusenberry 3, no. Rebound inside by Boyer. Boyer brings it out with 6:50 to go here in the half.
And Wilcutt is guarding Mitchell. So Mitchell can either get a couple shots off or maybe draw a couple of fouls on Wilcutt, which would be huge for the Bobcats to get him in foul trouble.
So 8-point game. Ball outside, Coffee. Dribble drives. They're going to call him for the walk. It's going to go back the other way. Last and good, Dusenberry, 4-2. Tell you what, if they get him up and rolling, Miami going to be tough to beat in our conference and everything else in between, as he is a difference maker. Now Munter with the take, no good. Back the other way it goes. Knocked out of bounds, good hands by Gunnels there. So 19-9 our score. Whistle there. Be a foul call on call that on coffee. That's going to be 2 on him. Ball tipped into the backcourt, picked up. And Tidman, I think he thought it was going to be a backcourt, and he just kind of took off jogging with it.
Picked it up and started walking with it. And
stays 19-9 here. Boyer with the ball. Between the circles, hand out to Lau, to Gunnels. Gunnels with it. Now back out front for Coffee. Over to Lau. Looking inside for Mitchell. He gets position and puts it in for an easy 2. He's got 8. Makes it 19-11. And a trap go to backdoor cut. What a basketball play right there. Will cut to East for the easy bucket, and it is 21-11. We got a timeout. We'll take one as well.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a swing set standoff. And we covered it. July 1st, 2015. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, 5:18 to go here in the first half. Drexel opened up, and Coach talked about it. Well, he didn't know Miami was struggling to score, and then all of a sudden they went on a 17-0 run to take a 10-point lead. They go inside out. Fillinger back in there. Lau and Boyer playing catch. They go to Mitchell. Mitchell back to Lau. Lau going to dribble, drive, stop, kick it in the corner for Mitchell. He's going to try to drive baseline, cut off, 3-ball by Lau. Good. And it makes it 21-14. Outside they go with it. That is Harriman. Back between the circles, Duesenberry. Now into the corner they go. Little dribble drive. Inside will cut, and then he overshoots that one. Now that one was over and back. And Tidman did not take off walk. I bet he probably does not do that again this game.
no, he will not. Probably not in his career.
So with 4:17 to go. Here in the first half, 21-14 the score. Little dribble, drive, drop off. And a steal by Miami. And Harriman going to take it to the rack. Floater, no. Downs with the rebound. Put back off the glass, no. And it goes back the other way with 3:50 to go here in the half. Boyer has it out front, hands off for Lau. Lau's going to go over to Fillinger. He's going to dribble onto the wing, back top of the key. Underneath they're going to go for Mitchell. He has to chase that one down. Now back out front. Inside they go. Mitchell through traffic, no. They've done a good job on Mitchell for the most part. I know he's got 8 points, but frustrating him more than anything. And that's what you want to do. Long three, no good. Rebound by Mitchell. Harriman sized that one up, just a little bit off on that one. So 21-14 to go. Glass no good. Gets his own board and puts that one in for 2. Make it 21-16. So inching back in it. Now West going to drive it all the way to the rack. No good. And now just like that, a little run by Drexel. They can get a bucket here. They'll be back to within one possession. $2:15 to go here, second quarter.
Wow. I did not expect him to raise up.
21-19, back to a 2-point game. He just kind of, and that was weird.
He's tired of getting beat on inside. He said, I'm going to step out here behind the 3-point line.
Knocks it down, 21-19 the score. Dribble drive here, kickoff on the wing. Inside they go. Ahead they go. Boyer gets it knocked away from him. There's that out front. Inside for Wilcutt. Got his man off of the ground. Now he tacks again. Not that time. Mitchell with it. To Lau. Now in front they go. Boyer. Boyer going to bring it up with 1:10 to go here in the first half. Little dribble drive, no. Call that on Harriman. That's his second with 58 seconds to go here in the half. To get the ball in. 3-ball, Fillinger, no. It's a rebound. .45 seconds to go in the half. Dusenberry with it out front. Starts his dribble. Now kicks it off on the wing for Link, his first action. He was a catalyst in their first round game, getting them back in it and going. Dusenberry, no. Rebound, Wilcutt, no. Gonna fight for it, though. He's that hustle award guy. He's just, I mean, you know, at the end of this, we're gonna give a teammate of the game for teammate of the tournament, brought to you by our good friends, Lacey Dominica of Shelter Insurance Campchino with American Family. They do that for us. And teammate of the tournament right now, I mean, he's one right at the top of my list is Wilcutt, as he has been a great teammate, just a great all-around player. Does the dirty work that nobody talks about, like those loose balls and stuff.
A little bit like Richards from the girl
Absolutely.
from Lone Jack in that first game. Just everywhere. Like he created a turnover right there with 3 seconds left.
Little glass, no good. Put back, no good. We go to the half, 21-19. Talk about a game of runs. We will talk about that when we come back. We're going to have a special interview coming up your way. We will be back in a little bit. Drexel High School and the inaugural William D. Gordon Holiday Classic. And you may know a little bit about William.
Just a little bit, yeah.
I'm here with Coach Gordon of the Lady Bobcats, and his father is William Gordon. And just tell us a little bit about how all this came together.
Well, Mr. Mayfield, superintendent of Drexel, he actually kind of asked me about this about 2 years ago, what would I think? And I said, well, I think it's a great idea. But, you know, there's a planning process in it. And I kind of thought, too, that, well, we'll just see what the community thinks and this and that. So last spring, he brought it up again, and I said, okay. And he goes, well, let's meet, let's talk about it. And when I showed up, he had 2 pages of ideas, and I was like, this thing's going to happen. So it's kind of his brainchild, you know, to be honest. And it's, you know, as his son, it's kind of a nice tribute. You know, he was a basketball coach for many, many years, and more important than basketball was the kids. You know, he loved the kids, and there's a bunch of people in these stands every day that played ball for him or walked the halls of the school that he was administrator for. So,
well, it's got to be a cool feeling for you. We talked a little bit about it, and you know, we talked about us being emotional guys.
Oh yeah.
And I told them, I said, you know what? I said, Coach Gordon said that he might get emotional if he gets to hoist that trophy. I said, I'll probably get emotional at the same time. So,
you know, that is special, and that's something that, you know, you got to win the first 2 games to get to the championship game, you know, and it's one of those things, too, that I haven't really talked to my kids about that because they know the story, but at the same time, they don't need any more pressure on them. So if that time is ticking down and we think that thing's in the bag, it's going to be hard to hold back some tears, I think.
And
so.
you know what? They will be well-deserved, and I think everybody will understand why. I want to speak for 4Ts. We've had a blast this week. You guys have put on a first-class operation. I've been to some holiday tournaments in the past. We talked about the blue and gold down in Springfield, and you guys have done it the right way. And I like it because it's a great avenue for us to get a small school holiday classic really going. And, you know, it could even grow from here.
Oh, for sure.
Because – you know, you've got the Ox Gym over there that if you want to put consolation side on, so if it grows to, 16 teams like the blue and gold,
right,
you can do that. And I think it would be a great thing for small school basketball because, like, the blue and gold is neat and it's weird in itself because you'll have teams that are Class 2 playing against Class 5 and Class 6 teams. But, I mean, today's their championship day down there. They're going to have 10,000 people there watching high school basketball, which is
for sure
crazy to me. But
for sure.
I like it that we got something up here for the smaller schools. You know, they got the William Jewell tournament, but, you know, there's a waiting list on that, and it's all the Class 4, 5, and 6 schools in the city. So it's good that you guys have started something for the smaller schools, and I really think going forward you're going to have people calling you to want to get in this tournament.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the things that we said, too. We had talked about doing it, like a 2-division tournament, 16 teams, maybe matching 3 and 4A schools up together and then 1 and 2A schools up together. And then we said, hold up. Let's take a step back and let's get the first year under our belt first and then go from there because you're right. Our Ox Gym is it doesn't seat as many, but it's well lit. It's a good floor. It's a good place to play ball. Kind of a throwback, too, to kind of the old gyms and stuff like that. But, I think that's something that we are going to talk about. You know, we're going to push pause after this thing today because you guys have been awesome and you've been here every day, but it's exhausting. And so I think everybody wants to get some sleep, and then we'll kind of talk about it and have a meeting and see what we can do better. You know,
and you know, Coach Ships, talking to him a little bit, and he's done a great job with running around doing all this. But I felt bad for him because I reached out to him a couple weeks ago, and I was like, hey, can you give me a list of all the ADs? I was like, I want to reach out to him about sponsorship opportunities. And, of course, you guys were a little busy at that time with state football.
A little bit,
so
yeah.
It's kind of been
it's
been a whirlwind for the Drexel community, and, you know, it just probably kind of snuck up on everybody a little bit.
It actually really did because we started having meetings about it, like serious meetings in, like, August. And then all of a sudden – we started talking, and somebody said, you realize this thing starts in about 6 weeks, right? And we're like, hold up, you know. So we really had to kind of get to work. But seriously, I can't give Mr. Mayfield enough credit. I mean, like I said, it was his brainchild. It was one of those deals where he just kind of pushed that thing through, and once the support started going, I mean, like sponsorships, you know what you do, that's important. And the community stepped up big time and made this thing happen. So sky's the limit from here on out as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. And, you know, we've already talked about next year, you know, things to be able to come back and do it again next year. We've had a blast. And, you know, today's been fun. We got our first game of the championship day, so to speak, on the championship side of the bracket. It's been a good one, and we got 3 more good ones to go.
Yeah, I think everybody is, you know, you got a natural rivalry with Drexel and Miami in that boys' third-place game that, you know, they co-op for football, but that doesn't mean that they're not competitive when they get to the basketball floor. So, you know, and then you've got a game that actually a lot of people may not know this is a rematch of the semifinals in districts last year between Drexel and Lutheran in their girls' championship game. And then I think everyone is ready for Metro and East to get together and lock horns at that 7:30 championship game in boys.
Absolutely. You know, and they played earlier this year to a 2-point game, and that was like right at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I think it was a preseason tournament or something like that. Yeah,
so to be able to see those two go to battle where They've had 3 days in a row of
Yeah.
basketball under their belt. It's going to be a fun afternoon and evening of basketball. I'm looking forward to it.
For sure, yeah, and thank you very much for everything you guys have done.
Absolutely.
We really
We-
do appreciate it. Can't wait to have you guys back. so.
Absolutely. We've had a blast with it, and we look forward to the rest. And I'll try to hold back the tears if you can try to hold back the tears.
Well, deal, but I don't think I'm going to be very successful. So
That's all right.
Either way,
Thanks a
man.
lot. Good
Thank
luck.
you, guys. Thank you.
And good luck this afternoon. So,
Thank you very much.
All right. That is it for the interview here at halftime. I know Jerry's going to do. The Mayfield family are proud supporters of Drexel Athletics, and they wish Coach Gordon, the Lady Bobcats, and Coach Roach with the Bobcat basketball team good luck during this week's William D. Gordon Holiday Tournament. Go bring home those trophies. Go Bobcats. Our score at the half is 21-19. Miami leads at the half over Drexel, and I'll tell you what, it was a half of runs. It was a 7-0 run for Drexel to start it off, then a 17-0 run by Miami to take a 10-point lead, and then an 8-0 run to end the half by Drexel to get back within 2. And here we are at the half with a 21-19 score. Scoring-wise for both sides, Drexel, 13 points from JoJo Mitchell, and then 3 apiece from Munter and Lau. For Miami, it was 7 from Wilcutt, 4 from West, 2 from Tidman, 4 from Harriman, 2 from Downs, and 2 from Duesenberry. So that is the scoring on both sides. I will say those 2 threes, though, by Drexel were huge to get them back in this ball game. So our score at the half, 21-19. We'll be back with second half action in just a couple of minutes.
Award-winning slow-cooked barbecue is just a few minutes away at the Rib Crib. Don and the staff at Rib Crib are friendly and fun. Open daily with great specials. Monday is for the kids, they eat free all day. Wednesday is for the ladies, they eat for half price. Ask them for other specials. If you are tired of all the cooking from the holidays, they can cater as well. Located across 13 Highway from Walmart, they are easy to get to. Stop in today and taste the mouth-watering barbecue that will have you coming back time and again.
Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team. Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance were both Wildcats on the field. Now they are competitors off the field. They know that you have many choices for insurance, so they're teaming up to offer free auto, home, and life insurance quotes. Call Lacey at 816-380-2700 or Cam at 816-380-3996 and get started on your new insurance quote today.
Looking for the perfect cake for the party? Crystal has you covered with the most amazing tasting and looking cakes anywhere. If cookies, cupcakes, and cake pops are more your speed, don't worry, she has those as well. Whatever the special dessert for your gathering is, Crystal will take care of you. Visit her on Facebook at Crystal's Kitchen and get that order in today.
Competition between teammates makes for a stronger and better team. Lacey Dominick of Shelter Insurance and Cameron Chenoweth of American Family Insurance were both Wildcats on the field. Now they are competitors off the field. They know that you have many choices for insurance, so they're teaming up to offer free auto, home, and life insurance quotes. Call Lacey at 816-380-2700 or Cam at 816-380-3996 and get started on your new insurance quote today.
All right, second half action is underway. Miami with the ball to start with a 2-point lead. Downs has it back out front. West with it. West going to dribble drive. Now kicks it in the corner for Tidman. Tidman out of the corner, back out front. They try to get it in for Wilcutt. Missed the first. Second one no good as well. Rebound by Boyer inside. And now Boyer going to push it back the other way. Down by 2 and 7.5 to go here in this third quarter. So Boyer goes baseline for Coffee. Coffee going to dribble drive. Little lob up for Mitchell. Too much for that. And it goes back the other way as Harriman brings it across the timeline. Harriman to West. West with it on the wing. Right side going to dribble to the paint. Doesn't like what he sees. Wilcutt back out front. 3 ball on the way. by Harriman, no good. And it goes back to Drexel.
A little bit of a slow start here to the third quarter. Both teams a little sluggish coming out of the locker room there. I'm sure they'll pick it up here as we move forward.
We've already had one good contest on championship day with that third place girls game between the Lady Indians and the Lady Mules. We'd love to see another one come down to a 2 or 3 point game here as well. Get it back out front, Munter with it. Trying to set up his offense, goes to Coffee on the left corner, back up to Munter. He dribbles, free throw line cut off. Now kick it in the corner for Boyer. Boyer going to drive baseline, lobs it up for Mitchell. Mitchell spins and shoots, delivers. That is a great move right there, and he ties it up at 21. Just aware with his footwork of where the basket is, and just like that, we're all tied back up. Now a little step under by Wilcutt, blocked away by Mitchell, and it's going to go back the other way with under 6 to go in the third. 21-21 our score.
Well, Drexel's starting out a little bit like they did in the first quarter. Got that early lead in the first quarter and then gave it up and then have fought back to tie it up, and now a travel called and a turnover.
I've never seen anything like this. It really, I mean, you know, they always say basketball's a game of runs. Well, this is a true story of a game of runs. A 7-0 run, a 17-0 run, and now a 10-0 run.
Yeah, it's all or nothing on one end or the other.
And they go off onto the wing. Harriman cut off by Munter. Now good dish underneath, and somehow that flips up and in by Downs. What a shot. I don't think he thought that was going anywhere near end, and it just slid in there.
I don't know. Yeah, he got raked across both arms, and he still got it up and made the basket, so he'll get the chance for the three-point play, bring his team back to within one.
Up and no good. Goes back the other way, and now those are the fouls. We talk about how his basketball IQ is so good with Wilcutt, and they're a foul 65 feet from the basket. That was the silly foul you don't want.
Yeah, his first, the team's first, but you hope that one foul doesn't come back later on to hurt the Eagles as we move forward here in the second half, because that was not a very good foul.
Mitchell's got it out front, going to dish it off. Now look for a little lob, but not there. Now Munter with it. He's got it outside. Out front it goes. Harriman with the steal, but it goes right to Lau, and it's going to go all the way to the glass. No good. Wilcutt there to misdirect it, or change the direction, I should say, of it. And here goes East off to Wilcutt, and he'll fire, connect. Knocks it down for three. 26-21.
Well, he's got one, and Mitchell's got one. So the big boys from each side each have a three-pointer.
26-21 our score now with 4.5 to go in the third. And it's back to a 5-point Miami lead. The corner, Munter with it. Out of the corner of the wing, out front for Fillinger. Fillinger back in the corner, Munter. Munter left corner, looks for the left blocks, now goes back up front for Boyer. Boyer with it now, handoff for Mitchell. Mitchell gonna drive, offensive foul by Wilcutt. He's just fun to watch, you know.
Yeah.
He's a bundle of energy,
Yeah.
and he just does all the little things. 4:05 to go here. Isenberry checks back in. And a good give and go from Downs to Wilcutt, and he shuffled those feet when he got up. Maybe even left his feet a little bit there. They can call him with the charge.
Tried to get Mitchell on the ball fake and drug the old pivot foot underneath, giving it back to the Bobcats.
Back the other way they go. Mitchell up front for Fillinger. He'll fire a three, short. Rebound to West. West going to bring it up across the timeline.
Fillinger unable to hit the threes like we saw him hit a couple the other night, and obviously a three-point shooter, but not connecting on his opportunities tonight.
Dusenberry, no. Rebound inside. Back it goes. 26-21 our score. 3:15 to go here in the third. Boyer off to Mitchell. He's got it way outside, guarded by Wilcutt. Now back out between the circles for Fillinger. Now off on the wing, a little dribble drive travel call.
Seen a lot of travel calls in this game. A lot of guys that are not getting the ball put down on the floor before they pick up that pivot foot. And
and you didn't see that 15, 20 years ago. It's because the game has sped up so much, and that dribble drive is so important. And there's another bucket, that one by West, and it's 28-21. He's got 6 in the game. And now the game speeds up so much, and they're so quick to want to go to that dribble drive, they move those feet before they take off with the ball.
Several of those called in this game, a couple in the last girls' game that we watched as well.
So 28-21. 2:40 to go here in the third. And the ball off on the wing. Back top of the key, Fillinger. He'll fire. No good. And he kicks it back out. Lau now wide open. No. Rebound inside Mitchell. Mitchell gets it taken away from him. Jump ball. West was trying, the ball popped right out and hit the official. He's like, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to hit you. 28-21 the score, 2:23 to go. Here in the third. Toss it into Mitchell, out front, guarded by Wilcutt, over to Lau with 2:20 to go. Now Boyer with it. Boyer top of the key, dribbles towards the free throw line, gets cut off by Downs, out front for Fillinger. Fillinger guarded by Dusenberry. Between the circles, he's going to drive on Dusenberry, now kick it back out. Now a little dribble drive in Lau, and he's going to walk on the hop. Then it goes back the other way. 28-21 the score. We kind of grinded to a halt here in the third quarter. Not a lot of scoring. Little baseline jumper, no. Rebound kicked out of there. They're going to call that one on West. He's trying to get position on Boyer. 1:52 to go. The ball up. Boyer with it out front, guarded by Downs.
There we go.
And there's that three by Fillinger. 28-24. That's why you let your shooter shoot.
Yep. And he doesn't force it. He took that, was wide open, good look, feet were set, and he made it. And he really hasn't forced any. He just hadn't been able to connect, and that time he did.
Harriman's had some really good drives and just has not been able to connect. And then there he finally gets one to fall after the miss, makes it 30-24. So 1:02 to go. Third. Boyer with it out front, guarded by Downs. Trying to get it in, knocked away. And now Boyer tries to save it, and Dusenberry now knocked away by Boyer. A little bit of sloppy work and a travel called on Wilcutt. Coach Hare there talking to the official was like, were we calling a travel there? What are we doing? And, you know, that was just one of those situations. That was some sloppy both ways there, and something was going to happen, that or a foul going to be called. So 45 seconds to go here, third quarter, 30-24 the score. Handoff for Fillinger over to Gunnels. Gunnels going to try to dribble drive, now out to Coffey. Coffey spins it around for Boyer. Boyer's got it, going to dribble drive, floater, no. Mitchell trying to get it, but it is chased down by West. And again, we got a scrum for it. And Gunnels picks it up ahead for Coffee. Now Coffee going to drive, and he is fouled by Harriman on the way to the rack. That is the third team foul. 30-24 the score with 20.8 seconds. That's Harriman's third. Try to get it into Coffee, and they do, and he cannot connect. Picked up by Downs. Head they go, Dusenberry. Little dribble drive underneath. Downs. No.
Oh, missed.
that one just hung up there. It felt like forever. Now Fillinger goes, and he is fouled at the end of the third. And Fillinger goes to the line for 3. So we will have 3 free throws. So they're probably the nerve-wracking ones. Nobody out there around you.
Yeah.
I always see kids. Sometimes you'll see kids when they have to shoot those. And they're at the line when they miss that first one. They go and slap. They imaginary slap of their friend's hands. Misses the second. Has one more. Third one. No. Missed all 3. So we go to the fourth. 30-24 your score.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. Located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today. Or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
Fourth quarter action underway. 6-point game here with 7:52 to go in the fourth. Harriman, good drive, and he is fouled by Coffee on the way to the rack. And it would have been a good block by Coffee, but it's so crazy on those kids, so apt to put a hand. He put that hand on the hip, and that's where that whistle's going to come from.
Not a foul up top, but a foul down below on the hip. Tell you what, Coffee can jump. There's no question about that. He can get off the floor.
We said, that's just sheer athlete right there from Coffee. I think that was 4 on him, too. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I caught that just before it went off the board. He has 4.
Harriman's second one coming up. Big free throw at this point, just making a 3-possession game as points have been tough to come by. 31-24, and I said that, and I will run out of space on this line because there will be like 60 points in this quarter. 7:45 to go here in the fourth. 31-24 is our score. Drexel and Miami in a battle. Gunnels has it, gets it back out front. Now over to Gunnels. He's going to drive baseline. Back up front. Munter. Now to Boyer. Boyer's got it. Hands off, dribble, drive, Munter, no. Put back, no. See, if they call that on, they may call that on Harriman.
Nope.
They
call it on
Wilcutt. So Harriman was behind him, and I was afraid they were going to call that on him. If they did, that would have been 4 on him. Instead, it's just 2 on Wilcutt. Rattles home the first one, make it 31-25. or Munter, his first points of the second half. Had a big 3 in the first half to get them back in the game. Both free throws are good. 31-26, 7:10 to go here, fourth quarter. East brings it across timeline, has it on the wing for Harriman. Harriman tries to dribble inside. Then he tosses it out to Wilcutt and thrown away. Back to here we go, off the other way. Munter into the corner. Now inside they go to Mitchell. Banging his way in and one. So Mitchell been quiet in the second half, only his 4th point. He has 17 for the game. And they call Harriman on that one. And that's 4 on Harriman. So 31-28. Remember that one random foul Wilcutt had earlier? Now how big does that come down the stretch when they're trying to feed Mitchell? 31-29, back to a 2-point game after the and one from Mitchell. He has 18 in the game to lead all scorers. Harriman's got it, backs his way down. Good backdoor cut to West, and it's 33-29. West knocks it down for the easy bucket, and it's a 4-point game again. The travel called on Drexel. Going to go back to Miami. So 6:18 to go, fourth quarter. 33-29. Dribble drive, Tidman, no. Rebound by Boyer. It's going to come back the other way. Set up the offense here. Between the circles, handoff to Gunnels. Gunnels goes top of the key, kick it in the corner for Fillinger. He's going to fire a 3. Got it to go. 33-32. As Fillinger has a couple of 3s in the second half, and we're back to a 1-point game. Dusenberry back in there for Miami. Now a 3-ball tipped away by Mitchell. Boyer's got it and going to bring it up for Drexel with 5:35 to go, fourth quarter. Boyer with it out front. Hands off on the wing. Into the corner for Fillinger. He's going to feed it in to Mitchell, and Mitchell cannot get it to connect, but a good tip out. And around they go to Boyer, who hits it off the glass and in. 35-33. We got a lead change as Boyer knocks in a glass 3. Dribble drive, now kick off to Downs, now to Wilcutt. Wilcutt drives, no. And it goes back to Boyer with 5 minutes to go in the fourth. 2-point Drexel leading the basketball. Hand off to Gunnels, now hand off for Munter. Get it inside to Mitchell. He's been going to work. Feed it to Gunnels. Now to Fillinger. Fillinger looking inside again to Mitchell. Good defense there. And good clear out by Wilcutt. And he's like, he's so much shorter than Mitchell. Just a thorn in his side. And that means Mitchell picks up his 3rd foul with 4:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. 35-33 our score. Off for Dusenberry into the corner. Tidman, sorry. Back up front for West. Spin it around to Downs. Downs to Wilcutt. Backdoor cut, look, no, not there. And now handoff Wilcutt. And now he's got to take, and he knocks it down, and we're tied at 35. So 35-35, Wilcutt's now got 12. And we approach halfway point of the fourth quarter, and we're knotted at 35 all. Fillinger, corner, 3-ball, no. Rebound backside Mitchell, up and under, good. And it's 37-35. All of a sudden, Mitchell has 20 in the game. Dribble drive. no good, and I believe that's 4 on Mitchell.
It is, and again, talk about Wilcutt and his smart. He got the dribble drive, he got to the baseline, he head faked, ball faked, got Mitchell up in the air, took it into him, drew the foul. That's big.
So 3:35, and now you have to bring him out, and he's been your offensive catalyst coming back in this one. Free throw up, and no.
And he's got his share of points, yes, but some of those have come off of rebounds, offensive rebounds and putbacks, his team not being able to score, and he can grab those offensive rebounds, put them back in. So that height advantage inside is not there now for the Bobcats.
So Wilcutt has another one here, chance to cut it to a 1-point game. Free throw up and good. 37-36, the score. See Coach Tinholder down there from Archie coming over, watch a little basketball. Anytime as a basketball coach, you know there's good basketball going on, you're probably going to find it.
Yeah.
There you go, into the corner, Fillinger. Thought about a 3, now going to cut it back up front. 1-point game, 3:15 to go fourth quarter. Boyer's got it on the wing, left side, dribbles towards the left corner. Good defense there by Tidman. Inside they go. Wilcutt able to reach in there and get a jump ball call, and it'll stay with Drexel. 37-36. Get it into Fillinger. Good pick to get him open, but he doesn't knock it down, and it goes back the other way. Handoff up front for Miami there. That was to Harriman. Now a dribble drive, Duesenberry 3-ball. Tidman, no. Rebound inside Fillinger. Harriman takes a dive to the deck, and Fillinger going to bring it up the other way. Top of the key for Boyer. Boyer going to dribble drive. No. Rebound for Miami with 2:30 to go, fourth quarter. 1-point game.
Really thought Drexel would take some time off the clock there since Mitchell's on the bench. They have the lead, but they didn't.
They didn't, and then Miami is attacking inside because they know Mitchell's not there, and then they go right to it, and then they cannot knock it down.
I've got to think Coach Roach is going to tell them to slow it down, work that clock. They've been disciplined in the games that I've watched here in the tournament. That may be the timeout message right here by Coach Roach.
As Boyer went behind his back to go, and he's like, all right, timeout, let's talk this over. 2:03 to go here, fourth quarter. We got a good one, 37-36 when we come back.
Buying a home is the most important purchase many make. Don't trust just anyone. Call Kyle Sexton and the professionals at Bluebird Real Estate. Their knowledge of the area will help you get into the home of your dreams with all the amenities you want. With Bluebird Real Estate, you are family and not just a commission like the big-name real estate companies. Whether you are ready to buy or sell, call Bluebird Real Estate at 816-732-6770 and put them to work for you.
All right, 2:03 to go, fourth quarter. 37-36, Drexel up by 1. 16 fouls for Miami, so the next time Drexel will be in the bonus. 1 foul to give for Drexel, and then Miami will be in the bonus. 5 timeouts left for Miami, just 2 left for Drexel.
See what the Bobcats do. They're going to run a set play out of the timeout. They're going to look to get Mitchell. Well, he's back in the game now, so they're going to ride with him. Could have been a walking call right there.
Now a dribble drive, Munter, and he cannot get it to fall. It almost looked as though he was just trying to chuck it up there and hope Mitchell was there to help finish it. Mitchell can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped out and picked up by Miami with a 1.5 to go. Duesenberry going to bring it up. And there's a scrum for it, jump ball. It'll stay with Miami.
I got to think both coaches probably aren't That wasn't a very good start to that possession for the Eagles. Not a very good offensive set down there for the Bobcats in that particular instance. And now Mitchell's out on the perimeter reaching
and Miami, there we go, is the putback by West. I was like, Miami can't buy a bucket inside. All of a sudden, it is 38-37, 1 point Miami lead with 1:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. And we got another game on championship day coming down to the wire, the boys' third place game after a great girls' third place game. Good front by Wilcutt, gets it to Harriman, who's going to go glass and good and one. Make it 40-37 with 50.3 seconds to go. And Harriman at the line. Timeout called. So 50.3 to go. Timeout called. We got a timeout. It'll be a 30-second, so we'll just keep it right here. Again, we'll reset things for you. Let's look back at it. 50.3 to go. Both teams with 6 team fouls, so next time it'll be in the situation. It'll be 1-1 for either side. Just 2 timeouts left for Drexel, 4 left for Miami. And the possession arrow favors the Bobcats.
big free throw right here. This makes it a 2-point.
This just changes changes what you've got to do offensively.
2-possession game or a chance for Drexel to go down. Don't need a 3. If you are down 3, you can take it to the basket. I would try to get it into Mitchell and maybe draw a foul and a bucket there. Obviously, Fillinger is their 3-point shooter. So a lot of things are going to happen in this last 50 seconds of this ball game.
As a coach, I'm always of the proponent, you don't need the 3 right away.
Right.
You know, and especially now it's a 4-point game. Come down and get a quick 2, and then play a little bit of D, and then maybe foul if you have to. 41-37 the score. Across the timeline they go with it. Boyer gets it off on the wing, and a 3-second call on Munter. And a turnover back to Miami. Now, if you're Drexel, you're going to have to foul.
Yeah.
You want to press. They're going to go 2-2-1 press here, and you want to do that. And if you can't get a steal, then you want to foul. And West just going to dribble through traffic and get it across the timeline, bring it out front for Harriman.
Now you got to foul. Got to shorten the game.
So Harriman's got it.
Lengthen the game, I guess.
Harriman goes underneath. And what you don't want to do is get caught in a foul situation.
Well, and now force Mitchell to foul, who's now fouled out of the game.
Yeah, you've got to know your situations there, and that was not what you wanted. So Mitchell checks out. Also, Munter checks out. Or Mitchell comes out as that was his 5th foul. 41-37 score. Mitchell will foul out with 20 points in the ball game. Put it up and no good. Now, plenty of time here. Maybe push it for a quick 2. Kick it in the corner, Gunnels. Now Gunnels drives and turns it over. Wilcutt feeling it, skipping back down the floor, but you got to take care of business. Get your free throws. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We got a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 13.3, Miami trying to close it out.
The wait is over. Culver's is open in Harrisonville and ready for you to bite into one of their famous burgers. Friendly faces, hot, delicious food await you when you visit Culver's of Harrisonville. Order a famous butter burger and don't forget the custard. If a burger doesn't whet the appetite, then try some chicken strips or onion rings. For the best food, fast and fresh, Culver's is your new stop in Harrisonville. Stop in and try them today.
Coach, Hannah was just talking here in the timeout if they maybe got a timeout call before travel there.
I don't know. They were kind of blowing. The referee on this side was pointing at the same time that there was a whistle and the travel called. I don't know. It still may be Miami basketball. We'll find out here in just a second.
No, it'll be Drexel.
Drexel's basketball. 13.3 and a 4-point deficit. So really probably ought to be looking for a 3 right now. And I can tell you that there's a lot of people who did not know that that was a timeout being called.
Yeah, you can hear the Miami call. 3 ball, no. Rebound by. Now that's big. Now you get 2 free throws, make it a 2-point game. You can trap, go for a steal, and then foul right away.
That was big.
So 8.8 to go. Now Coffey's got to knock these down. And he misses the front end of the 2.
Still on this one, 3-point lead if he makes it, and then you can still trap, and you're going to have to hit the 3 if you get a steal. But
so another full timeout with 8.8 to go. We'll be back after this. The Mayfield family are proud supporters of Drexel Athletics and Coach Gordon and Coach Roach and the Bobcat basketball teams. Wishing them good luck during this week's William D. Gordon Holiday Classic. Go bring home those trophies. Go Bobcats. So 8.8 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Big free throw coming up for Coffey here. You knock this down, you make it a one-possession game. You've got to get a quick steal. And the bad thing is Drexel's out of timeouts now, so you can't time out to set up your press. So you had to have let him know there what to do in this situation.
Coach Roach had to cover all areas of strategy in that timeout right there. What happens if?
Free throw is good, so it's a 3-point game.
Miami takes a timeout. They're going to set up their press break and make sure that they don't get themselves in a bad situation here, in a corner, get in a trap, something like that.
I mean, I see both sides as a coach. I definitely see both sides. I always think, though, I don't want to really call that timeout because then you really allow them to set their press up.
Yeah.
Because they were in a little bit of a rush. However, the opposite side of that on Coach Hare's part is you've got to call that timeout because you got to have your press break set up because if you go rushing and try to get it in and throw it away, then they've got a shot at it. So you see both sides of it, and it's kind of like that old argument, Coach, and it's a new argument actually over the last several years. If you're up 3, do you foul?
Do you foul?
And I've talked to multiple coaches. I was always like, I'm always going to foul, and then I talked to Coach Messenger of Pleasant Hill, and he goes, yeah, but you can't say that. He goes, because there's 800 different variables that go into it. Do they have a 3-point shooter?
Yeah, exactly.
Do they, how much time is left? Where do you foul? Because if you foul too far away from the bucket and they try to get a shot off, they can call it a 3-point. So all these variables go in. It's kind of fun. That's a good conversation to have with coaches, though. So Wilcutt looking to get it in. Gets it in for West. Weaves through traffic, is fouled. It'll be a 1-and-1.
6.4, still plenty of time. If he misses, you get the rebound. You can kick it out. You have no timeouts. So now you have to know who's the I got to think that Fillinger's going to be the one they're trying to get the ball to if they can.
Coach Roach said, go in that corner.
Go over there where you've been.
And he was going to try to hide him in that corner, but Wilcutt knows where he's at. And now it really doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter now.
As it's a 4-point game with 6.4 to go. 42-38 the score. Second one no good. They're going to push it up ahead. Lau going to dribble drive. And that'll end it. 42-40. Miami pulls out third place in this one. We'll give it to the crowd, Mike. We'll let you guys see the trophy presentation, and then we will have girls basketball. We'll wrap it up from here, and then we'll have girls basketball championship coming up.
We're going to give both schools a nice round of applause for a hard-fought game during the training game. Again, one of the better things of the tournament right now. conducted Bobcats. Very nice body turn, so another round of applause for them. And your third place winner, the Miami Eagles.
All right, final score 42-40 in this one. What a great game. And coming all the way back from 10 down was Drexel. They got it tied up, actually took a couple of leads in that fourth quarter, but not able to pull it completely off.
39. Wasn't 40.
So, again, the final score 42-40. And
He hit a 2 at the end of the game. That was not a 3-point.
hey, bud, I got you. I'll explain it to you in a minute, okay? So here we go. Final points for both sides. Leading the way for Drexel was 20 points from JoJo Mitchell, and then it was 6 from Fillinger, 5 from Munter, 3 apiece from Lau and Boyer, and 1 from Coffee. On the other side, it was Wilcutt with 13 to lead the way for Miami, 11 from West, including that big free throw at the end. Tidman had 2, 9 from Harriman, and 4 from Downs, 2 from Dusenberry. So it was a 42-38 game with just about 6 seconds to go, and a layup ended it at 42-40 after the 2 points on the layup, and that was the final score. The score by quarter was 15-7 Miami after 1, a 12-6 second quarter by Drexel made it 21-19, and then a 9-5 third. 9-5 third quarter made it 30-24 Miami, and then the final was 42-40 after a 12-16 fourth quarter. So that's going to wrap it up for this game. We have the girls' championship game coming up right after this. We'll see you in just a few minutes.